Finally. Oh, let me. Uh, don't know why I'm putting that on. Finally, after some time, we're back on the content. A little bit different from what most of you guys expected initially. So, I'm pretty much just gonna be talking. Like, it ain't gonna be like my regular day in the life or motivational speeches. If I'm gonna keep it a buck, this is mainly for me. It's mainly for me. I just hope that it reaches an audience out there that it supports, that it can encourage, I guess, or people can relate to me. Cause I watched. Yeah, I watched a. I've been listening to some. I usually listen to podcasts. I'm a heavy podcast guy, and I love them. But recently, I've been just listening to. Think of it like a visual diary entry. You feel me? And I love them because it's. I don't know. It creates a sense of community in a way where. What am I trying to say? It creates a sense where you're able to relate to somebody on a wider level. Your circle may be small and whatnot, but when you post a video like this for anyone in the world to see, anyone can see it. So without further ado, I'm not going to ramble on too much. I don't have an exact plan. I have an idea of what you guys have told me you want to see in the past. And please, I just ask one thing. Please, please, please. If you're close to me, friend of mine, whatever it is, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. I would appreciate the support. I would appreciate sharing the video around, whatnot. And yeah, most people don't like commenting. But come on. Come on, surely. Just like great video. If you watch it through, if one person watches this through and it makes their day a little bit better, it was worth it. Without a doubt. There's no question about that. So first things, I was asked about my goals. I was asked about who. The exact question was, if you're trying to become a business owner or entrepreneur or something along those lines, take us in a day in the life. So I just want to clarify. I am currently. So my goals is I want to, in a very worldly and surface level, I want to make a lot of money, be financially free. Now, why do I want those things? Is because I feel like in my situation, not even my situation, just the way I am, that is the best way for me to help others. That's what I want to do. So it's so weird talking to the camera like this. I want to be able to help others. So yes, the goal is to be a business owner. Why do I want to be a business owner? I want to be a business owner. I want to be an entrepreneur, and I want to be very wealthy. There's no two ways about that. I won't deny any of those things. But the reason why is because the wealthy part, I want to have enough financial freedom to enable other people to do what they want. I understand that the world is a very corrupt place. I understand that some people are stuck at the bottom, but sometimes all it takes is a little kickstart and they can take themselves from there. And I want to be able to provide that opportunity for others. I'm very privileged to be starting off in, I guess, a very high situation to, I guess, jumpstart. But I want to build something myself. So the end goal is to own a large-scale psychology clinic. I want to help people with their mental health. I want to help high performers, CEOs, executives, athletes with their mental health. But not just from a psychologist point of view. I want to do it I want my clinic to also have dietitians involved, or nutritionists. Dietitians? Nutritionists. I don't know what the difference is, but dietitians, nutritionists, physios, personal trainers, doctors. I feel like we've compartmentalized everything way too much, right? You go and see a psychologist if you have mental health issues. You go and see a doctor if you're feeling unwell physically. Which I just don't think is right. I don't think it's right. I mean, I think everything's connected. You don't eat well, you're not gonna feel as good mentally, and you're gonna get sick easier. So why would you only go to one? And so that's kind of my goal. Anyways, so as of right now, I'm currently going through, you know what, I might be out of it now, but an identity crisis. I'm chilling at a park. I'm gonna ramble on a lot, but I'm currently going through or just finished or on the tapering phase of an identity crisis. I really thought I knew who I was, and that's why I disappeared off of social media for a while. Because, like, okay, I wasn't disappeared off of it. I just stopped posting content. Like, I was posting every day at one point, 3 times a week. But, yeah, I just finished going through an identity crisis. And a lot of it was my personal philosophical inquiries. So I want to dive into that in the first episode. Philosophy and psychology. And I want to start with something that fascinates me. I always say this. If you know me, I've said this to you before, 100%. And that's the idea of, I'm so proud of this quote. It's kind of like, when I pull it out of my bag, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's me. And it's the idea of, we all know what we want to do, but we don't want to do it, so we act as if we don't know what to do. And that holds a lot of power for me. That does. Because I'm a very anxious person. Matter of fact, one thing I want to do is I want to break the stigmas around mental health. Because whether you talk about it or not, it's there. Like, you can be nonchalant about it, whatever. So I have anxiety. I'm a very anxious person. I don't seem it. That's because I've undergone a lot to, mask it. And it's pretty draining for me. I think it's beneficial for me, definitely, in some aspects. Well, not me being able to mask it. The anxiety is beneficial in very minimal ways in terms of, I like to think through a lot of things. But yeah, so I have anxiety. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, we all know what to do, but we don't want to do it, so we act as if we don't know what to do. So for me, that strongly resonates with me. Probably with me more than most people. I'd love to know drop some quotes below or something. Guys, please don't. I know you're thinking, oh, drop quote. I'm not going to comment section. This is YouTube. Rah, rah. Just come on, man. But it resonates with me a lot because I've been in so many situations that I would say a lot of people haven't been put in. And I think everyone's situation is unique and valuable for that exact reason. I think everyone can say they've been put in situations where a lot of people haven't been in. I think everyone can say that. But my situations have been very much, I have options and I don't know what to do. And there's an interesting study that was done where none of this was planned, guys, by the way. Please don't get it twisted, so it's going to come off a bit messy. There's an interesting study done where, no, it wasn't a study, but it was a group of research. I'm sure it would have been a study. But what was found out is that when you have your stance on something, right? When you have your stance on religious, let's say, okay, I'm a religious person. Now, when you hear opposing evidence, proper evidence that makes sense, when you're opposing evidence, what the human mind does, because humans are smart, they have neuroplasticity, and so this is very beneficial for us because we make connections very fast. One thing our brains don't like is what's called cognitive dissonance, and that's our mind being out of line with our actions, right? So, I hate being overweight, I hate doing this, I hate doing that, but you don't do anything about it. Matter of fact, you do things that go directly against that. And so our brain hates cognitive dissonance, absolutely hates it. So when we're presented as, let's say I'm a religious person, right? I'm religious. And somebody comes and gives me opposing evidence against my religious beliefs. What's quite fascinating is that without having a dialogue, just a monologue of somebody giving me proper evidence, I am more likely to stand more firmly in my own belief that these lights are making me tweak out. And the car's like foggy. I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, I'm more likely to stand more firmly in my current beliefs because I've heard opposing evidence. And that's because the brain doesn't like to know that it's wrong. Because then what do? Let's use religion for another example. No, let's use the school system actually. Let's use the school system. I prefer that as an example. Let's say I graduate. No, not even graduate. Let's say someone is in school and they decide to drop out. They're not sure whether to drop out or not, right? Now, if they decide I'm not going to drop out and they hear opposing evidence on why they should drop out of school, right? The second that the evidence is valid, the opposition's evidence is valid, now I don't know what to do. You get me? Now I don't know. I would rather just do what I think is right, like give myself the delusion. And this happens subconsciously. It doesn't happen on a conscious level where we're able to, I guess, oh my goodness, wow, able to intercept what's going on. So bringing it back to we all know what to do, but we don't want to do it. It's, for me personally, I've gone through a lot of situations where I have been presented with evidence. I'm a highly disagreeable person. I know how to socialize. I'm highly disagreeable. You tell me something, I am trying to poke a hole at it all the time, 24/7. 100%. Am I going to be rude about it? No. I swear this park can be so sketchy. It's such a cool neighborhood during the day, but at night, this car park. Anyways, what was I saying? Talking about I'm a very disagreeable person. Very disagreeable. So you tell me something, I'm trying to poke holes at it. Poke. Not in a rude way. It's more of just like that's how I like advancing. You know what I mean? So, and I know not everyone's like this, especially not to this severity. But if I lay out an idea, I expect the other person to attack it, find all the holes, all the loopholes, and tell it to me directly. Obviously the good parts, let me know what's good, right? Then once you say that, I'm going to want to go against it too. Back and forth. So, and that's how we get to the best answer, by both being very disagreeable, right? Both being very disagreeable. And that's how we get to that answer. I've known that I want to study psychology. Truth be told, I want to study psychology and economics, to be specific. Such an odd combination, but I have a reason for that. We'll talk about that in another episode. I'll try and keep this one a bit shorter. But I knew that I wanted to study psychology, but I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. So I act as if I didn't know what to do. What do? Do I study psychology? Do I do engineering? Do I do radiology? Do I do biomed? Do I try to get in med school? What do I do? What does Chilo want to do? And that really drove me crazy. Really drove me crazy, especially coming from, I guess, my history with the things I've experienced. I didn't really know who I was, and that I think that's what caused an identity crisis. Well, that was one of the elements. I won't attribute it fully to that, but that was 100% a part of it. I knew I wanted to study it, but the money isn't there, and I know I can make a lot more money. And content and business was other things. I knew I wanted to do this, but I didn't want to do it. Not like deep down, I really wanted to do it. This looks so bad because I'm in the car and the car's just fogged up. People could be thinking, yeah, okay, anyways. Yeah, I knew I wanted to do it like deep down, but on a surface level, it's a matter of fact of there's so much friction. Oh, so much time. Why would I do it? No one's gonna watch these videos. No one's gonna really care. And I do value, one thing I've learned throughout this identity crisis is I do value intellect. I do value intellectual discussions. And it sucks because I can't have very many intellectual discussions because I've never associated myself to be an intellectual person, right? So I've never found myself, and I'm not a smart person. I'm not an intelligent. I'm just a lover of wisdom, as Nietzsche said. Nietzsche, a famous philosopher, was it Nietzsche that said it? Yeah, I'm not wise. I'm just a lover of wisdom. I haven't surrounded myself with other lovers of wisdom, so that's what this channel's for. It's for sharing it. It's for putting it out there. I really hope it reaches someone. Even if it's one person, I would love to know that it reaches the right audience. But yeah, so that's what this whole thing's going to be about. Not really, actually. But I would love to talk more about we all know what to do, but we don't want to do it, so we act as if we don't know what to do. Because I think that's really powerful. I think a way of looking at it is, what would your 5-year-old self tell you to do? And what would your 80-year-old self tell you what to do? Right? And if those two answers are the same thing, maybe not 5-year-old, okay, like a 12-year-old self, right? You have an understanding, like you've gained your conscious ability, I feel, at 12. Like life doesn't really begin. You're conscious at probably like 10. Like you knew what was going on. Then you gain like control over your life way later. Anyways, what was I talking about? I can't remember. I cannot remember. Anyways, I think that's time for me to get to a wrap up here. This is going to be a shorter episode just because I want to introduce myself a little bit more. I want to go a little bit more wide on this. But yeah, we all know what to do, but we don't want to do it. Oh, look at your 80-year-old self. Look at your 12-year-old self. There we go. What would they do if they're in line? I think just go ahead and do it. And really, I think this is a part of me saying everybody else can say whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. But I'm going to do me. You feel me? And whether that works or not, I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to take it step by step, day by day. Doing what I love. Doing what I believe is right. And what I believe is right is posting this content. I had plenty of haters on previous content. And the funny thing is, they don't think I know. They don't think I know, but I know. I know. Please support. Yeah, that's it. That's really it for today. Share the video around. Introduction to my little shebang. Probably doing a lot of car episodes. I know the lighting's a bit funky, but tell me if you rock with the lighting. Hit me up DM, say you rock with the lighting or not rock. Doesn't even have, bro, just please anything. I'm literally begging y'all. Just give me some. Give me a little something to work with. But it's late. I just finished work. We'll get into more detail in another episode. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that.